Hey, fourth grade. All righty. So your chapter 12 test was yesterday. I know you all rocked it because you are all so brilliant. Today, we're going to do just a little plug-in lesson before we start chapter 13 next week. So today, we're going to do area of combined rectangles. Now, we've done a little mini lesson on area and perimeter. So we're going to be using that skill we used when we talked about area and put it here with combined rectangles. Now, you know that we talked about area, you do length times width. So you're multiplying two numbers. Well, if you look at this shape, we have a whole lot going on. So the easiest way to be able to find the area of all these shapes is going to be to divide it into two or more rectangles. So what I'm going to do is there's a couple different ways we could divide this. We could divide it here, make that a smaller rectangle, but I'm actually going to divide it here, just like this. Okay. All right. Now, I know one measurement for sure, 6 millimeters right here. Now, I've got this says 6 over here. Now, if you're not sure if that's going to be the one that you use, if you look here, it says that this whole side is 9 millimeters. If this part of it is 6, and remember with rectangles, every other side is the same measurement. So 6 plus this 3 is going to be this 9. So in order to find the area of this square or this rectangle right here, this shape, we're going to be multiplying 6 times 6. 6 times 6. So when I multiply, let's see, I'm just going to do kind of just a little pink, just like that. So that's going to be 6 times 6. Okay. And then we've got this rectangle here. Now, when we've got these two rectangles separate, it's much easier to find the area of both. So what two numbers would I be multiplying together to find the area of my green rectangle? Very good. This 12 times 3, the length times the width. 12 times 3. Okay. So now I know what I need to use to find the area of each separate rectangle. So now I've got to figure that out. What is 6 times 6? Exactly. It is 36. And what about 12 times 3? Very good. 12 times 3 is also 36. So combined area, which means we need to combine those measurements together, add them together. 36 plus 36, 6 plus 6 is 12. Awesome. 2 goes down, 1 comes up. 3 plus 3 is 6. Very good. Plus 1 more is 7. Very good. So the combined area of both of these rectangles is going to be 72. What am I forgetting on the end of this? Right, I've got to put my measurement unit. And because it's area, I've got to make sure it is squared. And remember, you can do 72 millimeters squared or 72 square millimeters. Those are both correct. All righty, let's look at one more. And this one might require us to break it up into more than 2 rectangles. So just take a look at that shape and look at where you think we could be splitting that shape up. Okay, now to me, it looks like it's going to be easier to split it just like that into those 3 separate shapes. All right, so what I've got to look at here is, let's start with this big one down here and get this one out of the way. We'll shade this one in pink. All right, now I've got several measurements here that I need to weed through to figure out which ones I'm going to be using and which ones do not have anything to do with this specific rectangle down here. Okay, so I see one for sure that I'm going to use. I'm going to be using this 16 feet for sure. But now I've got to figure out, okay, what am I multiplying this by? Okay, this whole side here is 8 feet. That whole length is 8 feet, but I've split it. So now I've got to figure out, when I split it here, how much did I leave? Well, I'm going to look at it this way. If this whole length here is 8, and over here, this top part is 4, well, when I've split it, what did that leave me? If I take 4 feet away from this 8 feet total. Very good. It's going to give me 4 feet. So this measurement here is going to be 4 feet. So in order to find the area of this large rectangle, I'm going to have to do 16 times that 4 feet right there. So the pink one, we're going to have to do 16 times 4. All right. Now we've got these two smaller ones here. Just color this one green. And I'll color this one blue. All righty. Now, same thing. We're going to have to look at all these numbers and kind of weed through it to figure out which numbers we're going to be using to find the area. So let's start with the green rectangle or the green square. We've got one definite measurement for sure of 4 feet. Now, this side says 4 feet here. Is that a measurement that I can use? Yes, it is, because if we cut that off right there, that 4 feet just represents that short inside part. So to find the area of this green square, we're going to do 4 feet times 4 feet. All right, let's look at the blue one. Same thing. I'm going to look at it over here. Which measurement do I know I can use for sure? Very good. This 4 feet right here, because that is right here on top. It's not really separated by anything else. That 4 feet is going to be something we can multiply by. Now we've also got 8 feet that's kind of connected over here and 4 feet. Which one are we going to use to multiply to find that area? Very good. This one right here, because that is cut off right here. So we know that that is a true 4 feet. All right. So now that we have figured out all of the ways that we can multiply to find each individual square or rectangle's area, now we can find that area. 16 times 4. I prefer to multiply like this, stack it on top of each other. It's just easier for me to see. If you can multiply like this, awesome for you. My brain doesn't work that way, and that's okay. So I'm going to multiply it like this. 6 times 4 is what? 24. Very good. So I'm going to put the 4 here, carry that 2 up. 4 times 1 is 4. Very good. Plus 2 more is 6. Fantastic. All right. So 16 times 4 is 64. What about 4 times 4? What is 4 times 4? 16. Awesome. So I'm going to have 16 for both of these 4 by 4 squares. All righty. Now I cannot say that the combined area is 64, 16, 16 square feet. I've got to make sure I add those up. So I'm going to add those together. 4 plus 6 is 10. Very good. Plus 6 more is 16. Very good. So 6, carry my 1 up top. 1 plus 6 is good. 7 plus 1 more, 8, and 1 more, 9. Very good. So the combined area of this shape is 96 square feet, or remember, you can also say it like this, feet squared. All right, guys, That is it for combined area. You already know how to find the area. So really the only thing you're doing with this lesson is figuring out where you can split these shapes up and making sure you use the correct measurements to find those areas. All right, guys, that is it. If you need any help, make sure you message me or your teacher or come back and watch this video and I'd be more than willing to help. Have a great day and I will see you next time.